Hello and welcome everyone to let me make sure that I'm actually my broadcast options. All right. Oh. Hello. Okay. Hold on a minute. There we go. I'm back. I am here. Welcome everyone to my live stream. It would be 6:50. So I wanted to go ahead and let's go ahead and make it 6:51. Confirm. 6:1, your favorite time of day. Or could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? After all, I know how much you enjoy setting time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious how accurate 6:51 p.m. is. Let's use another slider to find out. How accurate is 6? It's very fucking accurate. What the fuck? You know, can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. I love things to be... I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invest some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip a couple new ones. Should be ready by the next time you boot up the game. I kind of want to end the game to boot it up. Slider is, but that'll be for like next stream or. We went through different stages, so let's skip this.
While his co-workers were gone, what could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley just to admire it.
I do. I like a good employee lounge.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Haha, that's the right.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Which one? The right, the left, or the third foot?
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Is it Matilda?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Okay, there we go.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Oh, what the fuck?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this.
Alright, let's pick up the phone. We haven't done this one yet. What happens if I pick up the phone? Oh yeah, it fades to white.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
What the hell?
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife? They want to commit their life to you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Can I walk around? Okay, fuck you.
But you're in my story now.
Oh my god. I'm a prisoner. Jesus.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
No, stop. I don't want to. I don't want to look at it anymore, but I don't want to turn around. I'm actually fucking freaked.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow.
Stop.
He has a job that demands nothing of him.
Stop.
And every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Oh, God. Okay.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
You fucking got it.
Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch.
Nope.
Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work.
The fuck?
One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
I want that thing to go away. That's what I want.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown. Fantastic discoveries of new lands.
Can I punch?
It was wonderful.
Okay, I can.
And each
crouch.
day that he returned to
you can't
work
hurt me if I'm
was
crouched.
a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
No.
First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
That's cool.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer.
Okay, it's gone.
How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world, he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay, you got it.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him.
Okay.
I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button.
Let me do that. What the fuck? Just kill myself. Oh, okay. Can I enter like some kind of secret code on that? Okay, no.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, so... what was that? Wait a minute.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
A bucket. That's right. A bucket. A bucket. A bucket. A bucket. A bucket. A bucket.
Stanley clutched
Maybe
the
to go over
bucket
that
tightly
way.
to his... This was not the correct way to the
collectible. I need to
meeting
go
room.
this way.
But Stanley had felt
and then
the
I need to go
bucket calling to
underneath
him,
where that
telling him that
maintenance
the
room
employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Never mind. The bucket was wrong.
I like
Stanley
the
took
bucket's
the
never
door on his
wrong.
left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Nope, we're going down. Sir Clipicus, Raticus. Oh, here comes that thunderstorm.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually. Concerned for you, Stanley.
It's an intermission.
We've come together here because we care about you very much.
The broom closet.
It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it.
What do you mean?
Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line?
No.
We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
No, I want the broom closet. Yes. The broom closet. Is he not going to say anything about me being in the broom closet? I'm just going to sit here for a minute. He's really not going to say anything. Okay, fine. Again. The baby wasn't. I don't remember. Oh, wait, no. The baby wasn't the first one, wasn't it?
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well. Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
It's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
I'm not giving up the bucket. The bucket is mine.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
No.
That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
What?
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable.
No.
True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
No.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you.
Lollipops?
Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
No.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket.
No, it's not.
I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait.
Well, looks like it's going to have to develop a new one.
How does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about?
The bucket.
Broom Closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Get the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Fuck the fuck the fans. What the fuck?
Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
No, you weren't. Fuck you. You're going to try and destroy my bucket.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
If I go down there without the bucket, what would happen?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Boop, 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 boop.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Oh, fuck.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Ah, yes. Me, behind me. Oh, yeah, that's the reason.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a...
I don't like this. Hold on a minute. Begin the game again. I'm going to reset myself. Okay, there we go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Enter the door to the left. All right.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Can I open this door? Nope, okay. Can you go to the executive bathroom yet? Oh, I can! Oh, what the fuck? Money in the morning plus money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
I will. They didn't put jumping into this game. It's weird. Where's this lead? Let's go up. I've been out in the rain, different kinds of things you wait, baby. The sunset is so pretty to me. You cannot feel me, the happiness and glee I feel inside of me. It's a long ride. Okay, come on now. Am I good? Hello? I'm still in the same place. What the fuck? Okay. Let's go down then. I'm so ready. New Year, new me posts. Okay. Is that just a simulation of a fucking... Okay. Sucked. I hate that. The fuck? It's just a simulation of bullshit. Okay, cool.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
It changed again.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh,
another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
That's like you're saying kind of a ballerina in a way. What's wrong with you? The hell wrong with you?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
I remember what I was planning on doing real quick. Hold on a minute, I'm an idiot. What the fuck? Are we still so young, desperate for attention? Give me lies, give me lies, give me pretty little lies. Oh, there we go. Home. Gotta mute myself. Can you go to this, please? Thank you. What the fuck? Alright. Let's get that shit.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
So I pressed the button. Oh.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Used to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What was I? I was employee 247, wasn't I? Oh, I'm at. Come on. Yeah. 240. 247. There we go. That wasn't me. What the fuck?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Yeah, now, how am I supposed to really do that? Because I have no idea which one this one is. Okay, there's 0142001. Is there a 0 even? The 3. 1, 2. Damn it. 5. The fuck? So it's 5, 3. And 5, 3. 1, 2. Is there a way for me to get? Why can't I get up here? 5, 3, 1, and a 2. I don't get it. Is there another code around here somewhere? No. Fuck, it's a 0. It has to be up there. How the fuck do I get up fucking there? Fucker!
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation.
Alright, press end. I think the last time I did on.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
Alright, phone.
Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Well, at least I beat the game, but that's not really the objective here to me.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in?
What?
How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken. No, no, the orders were still missing. For now.
The orders? What the fuck? Wait, what the hell's going on? Wait a minute, what the fuck? Wait. What's going on here?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, wait a minute.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
How am I supposed to get down there to that cocksucker? Oh, I'm stupid.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Don't sit on this. That'd feel weird in your butthole. See, I can't make it down down there though. That tasted weird.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights.
It's wonderful.
How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do.
Oh yeah. Being an idiot is...
Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
Fuck you. You're sad because of yourself.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Damn it. Where else can I go?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's try this. How can we find them? Wait a minute. Maybe we are the collectibles. Small floating objects have appeared across the office. We have to synergize our resources to ensure their retrieval. There are many questions. There is no memo. How can you tell you the following? What makes them float in the air? Who took these pictures of them? It's my fucking question right there. Follow crews provided by employee 416. We can do it. Red room. Fig leaves are hard to find. Hey, there we go. Thank you. Good luck. Okay, that was it. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No, I like it in here. I like it in here.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
This broom is very interesting.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yeah.
Standing around doing nothing?
No, I'm looking at tape.
Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
It's a nice broom closet. Oh, sweet. Welding string, I think. I'm guessing. Toilet paper. Wrench.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Well, I mean, sometimes it's the little things in life, dude.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning. Stanley was fat and ugly and really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Why?
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed in front of your screen. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead.
Joke's on you, I'm wearing
prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Okay, fine.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
The fuck?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Fuck you, bitch.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one. And then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them. And now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
How the Figler and
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
That's very weird.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream!" Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
The room's
He thought to himself,
again.
I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream.
So he's starting to get longer now.
Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
Now everything is
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want.
People's buttons, that's all.
I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
And I wake up, and... Whee! I'm still in the same room.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
What?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
Stanley.
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, And in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. Stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Okay. Let's keep her going.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
Say pterodactyls were terrifying to me? Wait a minute. You're not talking English.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Fuck everything up if I go
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
So let's go ahead and try that.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
So no. Huh. Okay. There will be a reward for finding them all. Wait, is this going to tell me where the next one is? Because last time it said red wall. Let's see. Will this tell me? No, it just says red room. Open the room closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nothing in the executive bathroom. Close that.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
I don't want calming New Age music.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Alright, let's get her going. Let's get her going this way. Oh, good lord. Business, 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 business. Stop shocking at me. Business, business, business.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Room will have it.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Alright, let's do it. No balls.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Nope.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
You know it. I fear nothing.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man.
What the fuck?
So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his
I'm
brief
gonna become
and shallow
Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley.
Bye.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Was it painful? Oh.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
And then there's, hold on a minute, then I go through this way, there's that, and then there's the room with two rooms, the two doors, yep, two doors. What is this? Corridor. The pacing of this open section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. The fuck? Okay. Ah, the filing cabinets. Ah, the office computers. There we go. I like that one. Bup, bup, bup. Bup, 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 bup. What the final warning, there's a skeleton inside of you. There are more skeletons in the world than humans. Thanks and goodbye. Intense passion in my soul. Am I Stanley? Are you spying on me? I don't know. Why? How? What? Will the game feature capybaras? The fuck? Yo. Good question, Quackster. No. Dear narrator, how do you stay in shape? Sincerely, Michael the Rock Martin. Ew. This is from Pixel Sith. Dink dunk. Gay. Are you gay? The fuck? Okay. Oh lord. 427. See, oh, I'm 420. Yeah, I'm 427. Wait a minute. I looked at 472, I think. I'm an idiot. Oh, there's the lift gate. Is this where... Oh, yeah, the exit. Okay. Is this where I walked in at? No. The fuck? Alright. Alright, to the exit.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Shut up.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
I wasn't quick enough. Alright. Let's do this
The
again.
meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
You're going to the meeting room.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Let's check down that way.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Yeah, fuck Shirley.
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Fuck yourself.
Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
No. Can't open that door, damn it.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Oh.
And there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Wait, which one was it? It was the blue door?
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley... to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley?
Is it?
I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped.
Okay.
And I think I have a solution.
I stopped.
Here, let me show you. What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
You feel happy? That's great.
No, wait. Where are you going?
Over here. I just, you're feeling happy and everything. I don't want to ruin that for
Stay
you.
away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset.
We'll
lose all of this.
Ah, it's fine.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
It's okay.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Okay.
No! Oh, thank God. You lived.
I lived.
You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room? No. What are you doing, Stanley?
Well,
please,
they say if
I'm
you
asking
don't,
you not to take
first
this
time
away
you don't
from
succeed,
me.
try
I can't go
again.
back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
If you don't succeed, try again.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Hold on a minute. Yeah, to do some stuff. I know exactly who that is that they sent that picture of. Okay. Hey man, look, I don't want to go all the way back, alright? It's a trivial thing to do. This will help me instead of walking all the way back there.
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask.
Oh, God.
It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Oh, I feel like my leg is broken and I'm just hobbling.
Is it over?
Oh.
It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
That is definitely, yeah, my ex. Hold on a minute. What the fuck? No, I don't want that. What's that? Let's see here. Dang it. Okay. I have to like go down and oh wait, there it is. That's okay, come on now. No, no, motherfucker. Ah, gotcha. Okay. That's dumb. Sorry about that. I had to check something. What the fuck?
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things.
You tricked me.
It's those figurines. Those figglers.
You tricked me.
I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness?
Maybe.
Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone?
Okay.
I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
Okay. It's like Valhalla in Ragnarok. Now remembering when Stanley found the collectibles. Is this Odin's little shack? They don't have Call Me Kevin up on this. Dang. Wow. Wasn't one of these stolen? Yeah, this is the one, The Last of Us.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
7 out of 6. Okay, cool.
And here was a second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the boss's bathroom. You did that, Stanley.
Yeah,
I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
I'm trying to see what it says for extreme bathrooms, but I can't.
Okay, let's do a little quiz.
Okay.
Which of these rooms was the room you found your 3rd mini Stan? Can you remember?
Ah, it's this one.
No. The warehouse was the 4th place you found a Fig, not the 3rd. Well, I guess perhaps I shouldn't be surprised. Memories like these are so precious and so cherished that they all just sort of blend together, don't they? You know what? If the warehouse feels like the 3rd place you found a collectible, then who am I to go making judgments? Let's see. What came next? Oh, yes, we found a Figley in this pink room. Oh, well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
No. The fuck is this pink room? Okay. Weird.
This was the 5th mini Stan, and this one was really something special. It was under the stairs. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
Oh boy. What is this, YouTube back in 2006? Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. Thanks for watching. 2003. Oh my God. Stop.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
8 minutes for that 30-second. What the fuck? Okay. Down here. Oh, I'm supposed to go down here anyway, I guess. I thought that was a person right there. I was about to get scared. But this isn't a jump scare game. The fuck?
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible.
Yeah,
the final figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
The fuck? Why?
And then there was no more. Because we
wearing a
caught
GoPro
up
or
to
something?
the present
What the
moment.
fuck?
Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
What? Wait, no. What the fuck? Okay.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the
bad.
loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction.
Okay,
See how
sweet.
that feels.
Let's do it. What's another 6 more figurines?
Okay, yes. The room with the red and blue doors. I remember this.
Yes.
I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind.
You want to say hi,
Let's keep
Dan?
going. I want more.
Hello.
There you go.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Yes, I remember the fucking video. No, stop. Yes, I remember the fucking video.
I love that video.
I do not. Stop the fucking video. There's the pink room.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one.
I don't either.
No, a solid room.
No, it's not. I like pink, but that's too much fucking pink. The fuck? I don't remember the pink room either.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted.
Let's go to the office. Oh, I can't. I fucked that one up, so I can't go down that way. Fine then.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too.
Yeah,
the past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going. This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the Figlarines. Oh, yes. I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going.
No!
What else is there? What came before this?
Nothing. Stop it. I go to the exit. Oh my god. What the fuck? Oh no. Not this.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold
jump
on.
circle.
I remember hating it back then. But time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the past is. I want more. More
memories. Load up my jump counter then. We jump again. You fucking narrating prick. Oh no.
Oh yes, the two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
Did they leave the same place? Okay, I'm gonna go to the right one. For memories. Oh,
and
in my office.
Else, there was your office.
Oh yes, great memories.
Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
Yes, the starting menu.
Yes, I'm remembering something now.
Oh?
I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions, he would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes.
You invented Stanley?
Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again.
Well then,
I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
And I'm about to be a flat Stanley, motherfucker. Just give me the option. I'm gonna go flat, motherfucker.
Alright, we're gonna end the broadcast here, and we will continue next time. Thank you, everyone who joined or watched. Hope you have a good one. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. See you later.